Shalom. Good morning. It is about 3:15, so good morning. Um, we're going to read one today. Maybe a tough one, but the word is a two-edged sword, and it is designed to cut us. So we're going to read from the prophet Ezekiel, 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 Ezekiel 16. Verse 44. Everyone who quotes Proverbs will quote this proverb against you, like mother, like daughter. Yes, you are your mother's daughter, who despises her husband and her children. You are the sister of your sisters, who despises their husband and their children. Your mother was a Hittite, your father was a Moriah. Moreover, your oldest sister is Samaria. This is, of course, the Most High, speaking sort of in parables, but not really. Who lives at your left, and she and her daughters, and your younger sister, living at your right, is Solomon with her daughters. You didn't merely live by their ways and act according to their disgusting practices, but in a very short time you acted more corruptly than all their ways. But in a very short time you acted more corruptly than they in all your ways. This is talking about Israel and Judah, who were surrounded by wicked towns. But what he is saying that in a very short time, Israel and Judah acted more corruptly than the countries and the people that were around them, and they didn't even have the law. Verse 48, as I live, says Yahweh Elohim, your sister Sodom has not done, neither nor her daughters, as much evil as you have done. You and your daughters, the crimes you and your sisters Sodom were pride, the crime of your sister Sodom were pride and gluttony. She and her daughters were careless and complacent, so that they did nothing to help the poor and the needy. They were arrogant and committed disgusting acts before me, so that when I saw it, I swept them away. Samaria did not commit even half as many sins as you did. You committed many more disgusting acts than your sisters. In fact, in comparison with all the disgusting acts you have committed, they seem innocent. But you, too, must bear your disgrace. For by your passing judgment that your sisters were innocent, think about this. What he is saying that you were so evil and so disgusting that your sister, who also was guilty, was made to seem innocent. And the Most High was trying to judge them, but he really couldn't judge them properly because the older sister was so horrible. Wow. Verse 52, but you must bear your disgrace. For by your passing judgment that your sisters were innocent, through your having committed sins worse than theirs, they are shown to be more righteous than you. So be ashamed and bear the disgrace you deserve for making your guilty sisters seem innocent. I will end their exile, the exile of Sodom and her daughters, the exile of Samaria and her daughters, and the exile of your captives there among them, so that you can bear your own shame and experience the disgrace you deserve. For all you have done to shield them from bearing their own guilt. Right? Think about that. You can be so evil and disgusting to God that the people that he trying to judge around you, he can't, because you worse than them. But you supposed to be an example to them. Think on that. The exile of your captives and they're among them, so that you can bear your own shame and experience the disgrace you deserve for all you have done to shield them from feeling their own guilt. Your sister Sodom with her daughters and Samaria with her daughters will return to their previous condition, and you with your daughters will return to your previous condition. When you were so proud, you spoke with contempt about your sister Sodom before your own wickedness was exposed, right? Speaking with contempt about others until God lift up our skirts and show our own wickedness. I know about that. But now the daughters of Ammon mock you, as do her neighbors and the daughters of the Philistines on every side. So everybody mocking them. These are the wicked nations mocking the holy nation because of the disgrace that they bear because of their disgusting practices. The Philistines are repulsed by you. You have brought it all upon yourself with your depravities and your disgusting practices, Yahweh. For here is what Yahweh Elohim says. I will do to you as you have done. You treated the oath with contempt by breaking the covenant, right? But he is so gracious and mercy. Check out the next verse, verse 60. Nevertheless, I will remember the covenant I made with you when you were a girl, and I will establish an everlasting covenant with you. Then you will remember your behavior and be ashamed of it as you receive your older and younger sisters and make them your daughters, even though the covenant with you does not cover that. And I will reestablish my covenant with you. Then you will know that I am Yahweh, so that you will remember and be so ashamed that you will never open your mouth again. So ashamed will you be when I have forgiven you all that you have done, says Yahweh Elohim. Understand this. We can be so evil. I'm talking to the elect here, the chosen one, right? We can be so depraved and walk in disgusting practices that the people around us that we're supposed to be an example to, that do not even know the things that we know. And God may be trying to judge them, but he cannot judge them properly because of his elect is living worse than the people he need to judge. This is the heavy one. And this is for the elect. God is trying to do something. Yahweh is trying to do something. And you blocking his work from getting done, his judgment from getting done from the people who we supposed to be judging because we live in so foul. I know about these things. So therefore, repent. Repent. But even like he said in verse 60, nevertheless, he will remember the covenant. He is so faithful to the covenant. And once he reestablishes us, we will remember how disgusting we were. And we won't even open our mouths in pride about the people around us. Repent. Be humble. Repent. Be humble.